Well, there is another version of this video that will never see the light of day. Mary Kay Cabot and I are back outside of the Browns facility once again because this weekend's Browns versus Bills game has officially been moved because of expected inclement weather and snow up in Buffalo. So they will be playing on a neutral site at Ford Field in Detroit at 1 p.m. Sunday. Mary Kay, what's the latest?
Yeah, the game was moved. We've been waiting on the edge of our seats to find out about this. Were we all going to be trying to drive to Buffalo in a huge snowstorm, a blizzard? And finally, it was moved today as we're taping this on Thursday afternoon. So out of an abundance of caution for everyone, for safety, the game is now 1 p.m. in Detroit. No more snow angel for Joel Bitonio. No Cade York having to try to kick in the snow. So it's indoors. No weather will be a concern. Fast track, turf, inside.
So it was interesting hearing the coordinators talk today about how the Browns had two different game plans. Essentially, they were working through this week, one for bad weather in Buffalo, one for a neutral site game. So obviously, they've been preparing for this, but it is interesting to kind of try to guess at who this might be an advantage for, because my first thought was it's going to be an advantage for Buffalo and Josh Allen, and he's going to be able to let it rip. Mary Kay, what do you think?
Well, it could be that, but also when you think about it a little bit, the Browns have some fast players. They've got fast guys on defense. JOK's coming back. Myles Garrett and Jadeveon Clowney are fast. So, I think it could go either way in terms of who really has the advantage. There are a lot of different ways to look at that.
Well, in non-weather related news, the Browns got a key piece back on the practice field today. Tight end David Njoku was out there. What's the latest with him?
Yeah, you know what? I think it will really help the Browns to have David Njoku back out there. They really missed him in Miami. Now they can attack the middle of the field with him. They can go deep. He's their second leading receiver. It will help Jacoby Brissett so much to have David back.
Yeah, I think they really missed him in that loss to Miami. And then on the defensive side of the ball, we did hear from Joe Woods today. He talked about receiving criticism from fans, which obviously he's no stranger to, especially over these last two seasons, especially this season. He said, he doesn't really blame fans for some of the criticism that's coming his way, that he thinks it's deserved. I thought it was a pretty candid answer from him.
Yeah, it really was. But, I really do believe that there have been so many extenuating circumstances on this defense. There's been a lack of continuity. There have been so many injuries, guys in and out of the lineup. And then, as we've talked about so many times, young guys that just weren't able to really step up and reach their potential in the first half of the season. The Browns are really hoping that a lot of those things will get shifted in the second half and they'll get it together. The problem is, as JJ observed, they're running out of time. They really need to win this game, and they have to go against Josh Allen.
The sense of urgency is definitely there for players and for Mary Kay, Dan, myself, and I changing our travel plans last minute, which happened just before we recorded this video. But we will have all your coverage leading up to this game now in Detroit over at cleveland.com/Browns.